and welcome to the Talking About Stuff channel. Captain America Civil War is finally here, and if you've clicked on this link, you've seen that I have seen this movie. This was my most anticipated movie of the year so far, and I needed to see it in IMAX. I was a little disappointed that I had to ride this movie solo, but since I went by myself, I figured I gotta treat myself.
Treat yourself!
It's the best day of the year!
If you've clicked on this link, it's probably because you haven't seen the movie yet and you want to know my take on it in a non-spoiler fashion. So, without spoilers, I'm gonna give you a little bit of the rundown and general things from the movie. So, no spoilers here. Everything that I'm gonna talk about is either seen in the trailers or just generalizations, general feelings on certain things from this movie. So, let's start off with the plot. So the plot to this movie is pretty simple. Pretty much everything that you've seen in the previous Marvel movies, all the big fight scenes, the big battles, all the catastrophes and all that stuff, well, that brings up a body count. And because of that, the government feels that it is their obligation to step into what the Avengers are doing. They need to regulate and control these people, and so Iron Man decides that he's going to side with the government, and Cap decides that he's going to side against the government. And then you also have the continuation of where the Winter Soldier left off with Cap and Bucky. That's pretty much all I'm going to say about the plot there, without going into spoiler territory. I really like this movie. I think that this is the best Avengers movie that we've ever gotten. However, I think Captain America, the Winter Soldier, is the best Captain America movie that we've gotten so far. Now, you're thinking, well, you're talking about one movie, correct? Correct. This movie has been dubbed the Avengers 2.5, and well, it definitely feels like that because pretty much everyone from the Avengers is in this movie. You don't got Thor, you don't got Hulk, but everybody else who's been a major character in a Marvel movie, well, they're in this movie. And that's one of the things that this movie does really well at. This movie does a great job balancing characters. If you're going into this movie and you want to see the best from specific characters, you're going to get that from any of the characters that you came to this movie to see. Speaking of characters, we have two new additions. We have the Black Panther, and we also have MCU's version of Spider-Man debuting in this movie, and they do a great job with both of these characters. They do a great job introducing them, and they get an appropriate amount of screen time. And that's with all the characters. Like I've said, this movie does a great job on giving each character the spotlight in one sense or another. Yes, this is a Captain America movie, and so you're going to get a lot of focus on Cap, you're going to get a lot of focus on Bucky, and because Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man is one of the most popular characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he's going to get a decent amount of screen time too. The rest of them share an equal amount of screen time, but like I said, they get their one-liners in here, they get their moments to shine. If you are a big fan of one of the lesser known characters or one of the less popular characters, you're still going to be satisfied with their role after this movie. It's hard to say what my expectations were for this movie. I expected a lot of great things from it. I love the book that this movie is based off of, and just realizing that it's going to be a different take on it, it's going to be a different story, just sharing those same common themes and elements. So I didn't really know what to think going into this movie, and I was a little nervous going into this movie as well, for reasons that I will talk about in my spoiler edition of this movie. But it was good. I left the theater happy. I left the theater with a smile on my face, satisfied with what I saw, and I want to see it again. And I also want to point out, if you haven't seen Civil War yet, and you're thinking what movies are a must-see going into Civil War, there's two that I can name. you definitely need to watch Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and you definitely need to watch Age of Ultron. There are a lot of continuations from those movies that have a big impact on the story of this movie. So, although I feel like you can still go to this movie if you haven't seen those and still enjoy it, I think you're going to get way more out of it, and you're going to have a much better experience if you watch those two movies before this movie. And even if you've already seen them, go back, rewatch them, just to refresh yourself. Remember some of the things that you might have forgotten in that time since you've seen those movies, and then check out my discussion videos on them. Check out my Prepare for War series. When that will be, I'm not sure, but before it leaves the theaters, probably within the next week or so, my butt will be back in the theater watching this movie once again. And so, with that, this movie, Captain America, Civil War, I can proudly say, earns the official seal of awesomeness.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please check out my Prepare for War series, which was a lead up to Captain America Civil War. I have all the movies leading up to Civil War except for Winter Soldier at this moment. I will be having that up sometime. Thank you for your patience on that, and thank you for watching. If you like this, please subscribe, and as always, I will see y'all real soon.